range hyper carry unless you are willing to go with Caitlyn as a means to try to stay within theme for their team composition. But at the end of the day, I think DAMWON Gaming come out of game number 2's ban pick with a time until this engine and this airplane is out of fuel. That's the problem for this team composition. As Nautilus, Xayah, Sylas, Olaf, and Kennen, they're on a 2-item clock. So they're either going to get really far ahead prior to 2 items, roll like gods on the dragons, or we're just going to game 3.
Well, we're going to find out. Let's hop into the game now. Alrighty, here we are, game number 2. As Nautilus and Olaf sound, and Sylas sound extremely good in the level 1. So you can see they're just walking over wards like, yeah, guys, this is our jungle. Time for you to leave. You're evicted. Yeah.
I mean, they're trying to get the ball rolling super early on. The problem is that they've been warded out, and so now they're going to use the sweeper, which is a little bit bizarre. They didn't just use it immediately as they went in. Because if the opponents would be camping out in the back brushes, you're throwing the undertows anyway, and if there's no ward seeing you, then there's a chance that you clip them and apply the slow regardless. So with only one sweeper lens, Malrong uses a lot of mana, but it's going to be fine.
I take a look at some of these runes. You can see the press the attack up there for the Kennen. He is going to be going AD in this case. Always important to look at that if you do have a Kennen in your game. Lots of great ults on the side of DAMWON. They kind of like picked into the Sylas not very well. I know generally teams don't really hardcore try to avoid that, but it did end up happening this time as Canyon level 2 is going for a gank or could be going into that blue side jungle. Looks like a gank is going to be on the menu here. As, oh boy, going to be looking here as the binding is not going to land, and they just get the flash out of Kellen.
They get the flash out of Kellen as well as share some of the XP, which is a little bit unfortunate for the laner. Malrong now coming in here, lands the undertow, but that's not a gankable lane state. Misses the second one.
Yeah?
Yeah, go ahead, Brendan.
Yeah. I don't know, he's just passing through. Wants to make sure that he can 3-buff here. And after seeing Sejuani go red into bottom side, he knows that Sejuani won't have enough time to take the blue. So goes over there, secures a lot more of his jungle. And we'll feel pretty good about that. Get a good start here from Malrong.
Well, what the pathing's doing there is it runs through mid lane, but it doesn't do so in a manner that hides himself, and he's anticipating that Canyon tries to go up inside of the blue side jungle. Malrong's actually playing this really, really, really well.
Yeah.
He eats the blue, nothing else, paths into his race. They're playing chess again.
He's just shutting him down.
Yeah.
Over and over again.
Malrong is putting a clinic on to Canyon in this game with the early pathing. Now, will Canyon try to one-up him and anticipate if Malrong goes to golems and then go to right side Scuttlecrab, which if he did do that, looks like Malrong's pathing to the right side Scuttlecrab. So now, does Canyon read that Malrong's pathing to the right side Scuttlecrab? He starts pathing up to the golem camp. Malrong gets the right side Scuttlecrab. Canyon gets the golem camp, proceeds left, eats the Gromps, and then end up recalling. And now Malrong anticipates that that's the play. He eats the Scuttlecrab on the right-hand side and then transitions to Sejuani's golems, especially now knowing that he's been spotted out, which it does look like this could potentially be the play unless they're going to coordinate a dive down in bottom. But the minion wave actually isn't large enough to coordinate the dive down in bottom, and so Sylas actually pulls back, goes back into mid lane, losing the priority. Olaf starts the golem camp, knows that Sejuani can't be here because Sejuani does the golems into the Gromp, and then transitions into the rubber banded wolf camp.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about this.
Yeah, don't. Just tell that to our PD. So, yeah. Nice jungle start here from Malrong. He's always been good at starting off really well. He's kind of that first blood jungler type who, even in spring, I mean, he just got so many first bloods over and over, and they still wouldn't win.
Yeah.
Because they would get, like, first blood, but then they would give up, like, a double kill in the bottom lane, and you're like, well, okay. And then they'd just lose a bunch of stuff afterwards. Or they would get ahead, and then they would be like, well, we don't really know how to play from here, so kind of just throw their lead. So it's not very good. We'll see if they can change that up today, as already in Game 1 they looked much better compared to the Norm.
Well, Olaf now is finishing up. Oh, I thought he was going to go for the Gromp. Instead, he's pathing down into bottom lane. The wave is actually coming in. This is a beautiful timing if they know that the bottom brush isn't warded. Malrang enters in with the sweeper just for safety. Can Root and Kellen convince DAMWON Gaming? Now, is Nuclear and Beryl aware enough that that anchor...
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Beryl's in so much trouble here. The binding is going to land, but it's Olaf and Nautilus. You're just not getting away from this one. First blood does go over to the side of Jin Air.
And that's actually really surprising. So what I was trying to talk about is that Nuclear and Beryl should have recognized that due to the size of the minion wave that the anchor out of Nautilus is not congruent with the lane state and the way that Kellen and Root had been playing up until that point. And so maybe they could have sniffed out that Malrang was indeed in the brush. We see top laners are actually fantastic at doing this.
It's really important to get the read on, you know, to make sure that you do not make any mistakes in that case. But we did just see one there, especially when you're a Lux that has no flash. You know, if the hooks are coming out, I think you just have to back off and say, yeah, I'm just going to have to give up some lane pressure. As Kellen's in the mid lane, looking for the hook here. It kind of looks like that model hit him, but not quite.
And remember, there needs to be proactivity in the early stages of the game for Jin Air. And it's mostly just on DAMWON Gaming to stabilize and make sure that they don't die. Lots of vision control, lots of defensive play.
Yeah. Take a look at the 3 control wards here for the side of Jin Air. Been really good about playing around the bottom side, and I think part of that comes from the Mountain Drake start, but also from the early flash that they blew on Beryl down in the bottom lane. Able to get the effective gank into potentially the first Drake that is very, very nice for their team. Opens up those 2-mans if they can pick up another one, as we are going to have a fight here. Grace. Huge damage there from the Ezreal, and oh boy, here we go. As Beryl's taking damage, he will be the first one to go down, but everybody else on Jin Air is just so low. As Canyon is going to go down here to Root.
Oh no!
Wow! Really nice play. Totally outplays him. Triple kill to Showmaker on the Camille. And Nuggery just trying to push Linderong off of the turret up in top lane at the same time, and DAMWON able to turn it around.
And so DAMWON Gaming, they find themselves with a massive advantage at the end of all of that. Camille getting 3 kills is definitely going to accelerate really far ahead. This all starts off with Nuclear hitting a beautiful true shot barrage onto Malrang Grace. It even clips Kellen as well. They end up tying up Beryl, but he lives for quite a while. It looks like things are going to just go really smooth for DAMWON, but Kellen able to help Root get that kill. And then look at Nuclear knock Root right back in and says, get over here. Kind of like Scorpion, right? We talked about Ermac earlier.
Yeah.
That was a Scorpion moment.
Or a Mordekaiser moment. You know, he's got that ability.
He has that, yeah. He's got the death grip thing, which is sort of like the Death Knights from WoW. You ever play WoW?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah, for like 5 years or so.
Mordekaiser sort of, doesn't he remind you of the Lich King?
Yeah,
he does. It's
absolutely.
really cool. It's really, really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely got a good story and a good feel about him.
It's a fantastic story. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah. You read the book on Mordekaiser?
No, but I'm really into all of the lore.
Yeah?
On all
really?
of the champions. Yeah, I really do like it.
Well, that's one lore caster that we have here in Korea.
Yeah.
As Canyon coming in, and, well, there's 4 other people around him, and he will be able to avoid that. Nice ring around the Rosie. Canyon will be just fine.
I think the game's over.
Yeah? You think so? You calling it here in 9 minutes?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's 3-3, exactly even goal.
Which is really bad. Because what is the Jin Air team composition going to do at the first team fight, assuming that there's even skill levels? I just don't understand how the Kennen, Olaf, and friends are supposed to outfight the champions on the side of DAMWON unless they make really, really bad mistakes.
Locking down Showmaker here, but there's no follow-up damage as Canyon kind of scared them from the side brush and didn't do much else.
Who's your MVP?
I'm going for Kellen here. Gets the knock-up. As Canyon says, cool story, bro. I'm just going to flash away. And now Showmaker says, I got a triple kill. I'm confident to go in here as now Barrel's going to shut down Malrong alone on the back side of that, and the Mountain Drake will be DAMWON's.
And with the Mountain Drake, it's going to be very easy to start chipping away at turret plates if they can ever get onto the turrets. And there's still 3 minutes remaining on them. Linderong is going to be able to pick himself up one here in the top lane. And should be noted that he's going for AD Kennen again. I actually really, you know, I don't understand Korea's fascination with Kennen. I haven't seen how much he's actually being picked overseas, if he is at all, but
yeah,
for a champion that has only been nerfed and received indirect nerfs via nerfs to runes and whatnot over the last year or so, it doesn't make sense why people keep picking him. We saw this happen in spring with AP Kennen. Just don't think the champion is very good. Even when he wins, he's not always that impressive. You know, another champion I feel this way about is Azir, although there was a Azir win earlier on today. But generally, Azir looks lackluster. This tends to happen. Do you remember when Korea was trying to make Gnar happen again?
Yeah.
Yeah, forget about that.
I don't know.
Sometimes
I'm
it
not
happens.
a fan of the Gnar.
Players get very bored of the way that the meta is when it ends up being defined as a couple of champions in that role, and then they try to innovate.
I feel like especially top laners.
Yeah, especially top laners, and then they will try to innovate, and then a star player will win on an unorthodox pick, and then everyone will follow suit. And until a star player wins with an unorthodox pick, sometimes people just won't start picking it, which is why we've seen slow adaptation for some of the premier meta picks, like Karthus, for instance.
Well, we have a bit of a race going on here as the Rift Herald is put up in the top side. DAMWON really trying to pressure with that lead, and you see that Linderong was taken forever as a tower shot followed a route all the way up to the top lane. And they're going to do a nice amount of damage here. Not sure they'll be able to pick it up as another big knock-up here from Kellen. And they will be able to burst down the Sejuani before anything can really happen here. Grace looking for more with the Hemoplague. Is not going to find it, though, as just the one kill goes to Jin Air.
So Jin Air Guinangs actually get a much-needed swing of tempo. Linderong able to stay here down in the bottom lane. He's about 10.4 maybe after eating all of the golems, and so he's pretty deep into level 10. Nuguri is only level 9, and so, you know, I was calling it over earlier, but if trends like this keep continuing, the Kennen could, in a way, end up being a win condition, even though I just went on that little bit of a talk here. And a lot of this has to do with why is DAMWON Gaming deciding to try to force the agenda on this top tier 2 turret, because it's not going to lose them the game. It's also not going to win them the game. So a little bit of reckless aggression there in top lane allows Jin Air to get a much needed moment of breath.
Yeah. It's just one of those things where Canyon's feeling good about the game so far and feels like he's tanky enough, but I mean, you're standing right next to a Nautilus, right? You're going to be locked down for ages if you do that on anyone. And you're also taking turret aggro at the same time, so definitely a mistake from the side of Canyon. And the team in general just pushing in that far, as you were mentioning. But they are still in control of this one, although the gold doesn't tell the full story.
Linderong now down in bottom, going to try to start shoving back again against the Vladimir. The Xayah should be noted, she's 2-1-2, and she will be one of the only hopes for Janair, the longer that the game ends up going on. Ocean Dragon not going to really provide much of a main objective focus for either team. Whoever ends up picking it up probably not going to feel that great about it.
Yeah, just a bonus objective as it does come along. As you can see, DWG Gaming are really trying to set their sights on the next couple of towers. Mid-turret would be great, but not quite going to get there. And so for now, they'll just be hanging out a bit. Not really much outside of the 2 turrets, but you can see that Janair are doing a good job of defending them so far.
Janair clearing out vision control around the river. Not sure if this actually means that they are intending to try to get this open dragon. I don't think so, as Kennen is heading towards top lane. So, yeah, you excited for anything this summer?
In the summer?
Yeah, I mean, we're almost in the summer. It's next week.
Is that the official start of summer?
Yes.
Next week?
21st of June.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
It's all right. I know education.
Yeah, I know. I know you feel me.
Yeah, I do.
Wait, when you and I cast, we're actually representing the NA region, right?
And when Papa and Atlas cast, they're representing Australia.
Yeah, there you go. We have 2 NA, 2 Australia. We can call them OCE casters.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
There's no EU representation here.
No.
That's sad. All right. Well.
I mean, we don't really need that here.
We got second in MSI. All right.
That is true. And
you looking
yeah.
forward to Teamfight Tactics? We can actually talk about this game without
that's
feeling bad.
you know.
Yeah, this definitely is not a paid promotion.
Well,
right
never
now
feel
here.
that. You can talk about whatever you want here.
I
on this
saw
broadcast.
some of
it's a safe space.
the characters that. We don't talk about the game here anyway. But Teamfight Tactics looks really, really cool. I never played auto chess. You did.
Yeah.
Because you're a heathen.
Oh,
but
yeah, of course. Big game trader.
Absolute betrayal, if I've ever seen
I let
one.
down everybody.
Yeah, you did.
I had to re-download that other MOBA.
It's okay. So, how is Dota? How is auto chess?
It's a lot of fun. When I first watch it, I'm like, this looks like the most boring thing I've ever seen in my life. But then when you actually play it, you're like, wow. It's a lot of.
Is it bad to watch?
I don't think it's bad to watch, but you definitely have to have some idea of like how the game is played. As, okay, trying to go 1v1, but Kellen's ruining the fun. TP coming in, and he's winning this 1v2. He's going to be able to take him down with the help of Nuguri's teleport and the huge damage for the double kill. As Nuguri alone, able to help him out there, and DWG are really running away with this one now.
Yeah, even if the gold score at the top only says 700, you just got a glimpse of how effective and more powerful some of the champions are on DAMWON and how much better they are. And as the game continues, it's only going to get worse. So now that Vladimir is pushing top lane, let's give a brief overview of what's going to happen. Kennen's going to recall. He's going to most likely path towards the top side. Never mind, actually. He's going to cancel that. He's going to go for a flank in mid lane.
Look at all
if
these
this
pings.
ends up failing, they will then proceed to lose the mid tier 1 turret, and depending on the size of the error, potentially even the Baron. But
he just decided he was going to come down here and nearly die.
All right.
Went over vision to go that way.
So, auto chess.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of, like, is it free to play?
There is a lot of depth.
Or do you have to buy stuff?
I don't remember if that other MOBA is free to play, but
This
if
is
it is, then it is.
This is a replay of Camille 1v2ing and a teleport coming in from Vladimir because he wanted to watch the ending as well as help out with the participation, and then they kill the submarine dude. So
yeah.
Yeah, what about auto chess?
Yeah, I mean, it has a lot of depth. It's very fun when you play it.
Okay.
So teamfight tactics should be
better.
I mean, I'm hoping so. They're kind of gonna be in that cool spot where like the original idea comes out and then they're like, we can make this even better, you know, and add a bunch of cool new stuff.
Is there a lot of? So is it free to play, or do you have to like unlock stuff?
I think you have to buy the game first.
You have to buy the game.
Yeah,
it's
and then
a
you
mod
then you
that
can
you
play.
have to. Well,
No. You buy it and then you play the mod in the game.
Yeah, but League of Legends is free to play. Isn't Teamfight Tactics a part of the league?
Oh, for teamfight tactics, yeah, of course.
You have to buy Dota?
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Gross.
I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that.
All right.
Although I don't know, they do all that like fundraising stuff. Actually, I think it might be free.
Yeah, I'm thinking that it's free.
Yeah,
because
it's
all the
probably
champions are free inside of the game, right? In Dota?
Yeah.
I think all the champions are unlocked.
Yeah.
Heroes, right? That's what they call them?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Right.
Showmaker's just trying to dunk him under the turret now. He's not even holding back. But yeah, Teamfight Tactics is going to be in the client, right? It's
in 2
going to be
weeks,
straight
right?
up in there.
Or 4 weeks or something? It goes on
It's
the
patch
PBE, right?
9.13?
9.13.
Or 14.
Is it 9.14? Atlas was telling me yesterday. I actually forget.
That was yesterday. I don't even have access to this information. You heard it 1 day ago. Wow, Kellen doesn't exist anymore. See you later, says Nuclear. And, I mean, at this point, Kellen can't even get close to the team at DAMWON.
All right. Well, Ezreal's a good champion. He's dishing out quite a bit of poke.
Yeah, Murmana's done.
Murmana is done. It looks like he's going to go Blade of the Rune King next. And when you see Ezreal do this instead of opting for the Luden's Echo, it's because poke isn't the main primary focus of what they're trying to accomplish. They want that added self-peel and the ability to sustain during their sieges in poke. So right now what we're seeing is a angry boar-riding lady slay a dragon with the help of a woman that's a cyborg or something. So
yeah,
really
something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
That was all just Nuclear's doing.
Yeah.
I don't even...
There we were seeing a boy band member take down an oversized guy in a submarine suit type thing. Yeah.
Nautilus isn't like a humanoid, right?
Can you imagine having someone that knows nothing about League try to describe stuff?
I mean, that's like one of the best things, though. Like,
it's like me trying to cast a game.
Me and Doa did it when we went to WCG.
Really?
Cast that other MOBA we were just talking about. The D word.
You're that much of a traitor. Okay.
No, so at WCG the way it works is they have just a bunch of casters that you know they specialize in one game, but they need like other casters for all the other games that are there because WCG has like so many games, like 10 games there. Oh. So we just decided to do it for fun, and me and Doa just trolled the whole time. It was like actually a really fun cast. Doa was hilarious. Well, there were some hardcore guys that were a little bit angry, obviously, right? Because we knew zero about the game. We were like, we didn't know the champion names because the client was in Chinese. So
wow.
Yeah. So we just made up names for the champions. The one guy was Double Dragon. It's like this dragon with 2 heads. It's a really great cast. You can definitely find it on YouTube still. Search for like Doa casting or something like that. It's out there.
All right. So, what do you? Okay. So we have Pikachu and Submarine Man up here in top lane.
I mean, that's what you would say, right? Oh, it's this giant guy carrying an anchor, like.
All right, we got Lady Gaga just pushed out mid lane as Dracula.
Lady Gaga.
In the front. It looks like Justin Bieber is coming out of base right now.
Yeah. Count Chocula up here in the top lane. Weren't we like talking about what was the name of that cereal?
Oh yeah, Count
Choco Flakes or something. Like
this inmate just escaped from prison. I don't know what's going on here. Oh man, it looks like Taylor Swift's meeting with the boar lady on the left side of the map. So.
Yeah.
Oh god.
All right, they're going to try to do it again. Lux somehow got that ult off while she was knocked up, as Canyon is not able to burn down, and it's just the nuclear show from here. Really nothing that Jin Air can do, as Nuggery's just coming in behind the turrets. He doesn't even care, as that's going to be a stopwatch that maybe, no, doesn't save his life. As easy as that. Even the Boar Lady, Canyon on the Sejuani, easily able to get out alive.
Yeah, and this is gonna go into a Baron capture here. I forgot the name of the song. It's like a one-eyed giant purple people eater.
Oh yeah.
I was about to weave that in there, but it didn't come to me quick enough, so I failed you. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
All right.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time indeed. So the game is all but over, assuming that there's one more impending Doom push here. We'll see if Vladimir can actually manage to kill him. Yeah, he will. So Dracula managed to kill Pikachu. This is like a really weird Soul Calibur game.
He just bought a full death cap. Right?
Okay.
I'm not sure. He might have had a rod.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is just Jin Air not realizing that they don't win the team fights. Even if you end up killing Canyon there, it's coming at a great cost, you know? And if you ask them what did it cost, they tell you everything, so...
Yeah,
that's what's
from
happening
Avengers,
here.
right?
That's from Avengers, yeah.
I know that only because
that
of
in
the
there.
meme.
Yeah. So, and then right here, Canyon was getting a really funny idea, trying to kill him.
Okay,
Even Bertha went down. What? She has a name.
I think you said Canyon.
What?
Try it.
Cannon.
Oh, Cannon, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was Bertha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How come none of the other
camps have names?
Camps, yeah. I mean, even
Well,
Shelly's got a name.
Yeah, but when you leave a small wolf, it's called Bambi.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
That's a little thing for sure.
Yeah. What about calling red Groudon and blue Kyogre?
What?
Groudon and Kyogre, the Pokemon.
Oh!
You know them?
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
Right? That's what it is now. Great.
But only when you and Atlas cast. Yeah. Only the true Pokemon masters can use those terms.
You don't get to share this. I'm so excited to tell him next week.
I'm sure he's going to love it.
I know he is. In fact, I'm not even going to tell him. I'm just going to do it, and he's going to know.
He's going to be like, yeah.
I can see
just
that.
like that. As, Kellen doesn't really exist in this game anymore. And they're really just playing with their food. I mean, it just looks like nothing they can do, as one empowered Q is going to chunk him down from half health. And he's going in. Nearly able to get him there with that E. But, yeah, guys, that's going to be the end of the game here, as DAMWON not wasting any time with this one.
It's another decided by draft.
Oh,
it really is. The teams, the players themselves, with the exception of Nuggery and Showmaker, are seemingly relatively similar across the board in terms of what can they really do with edges that end up being obtained. And so, with that being said, the draft poses such a heavy influence.
The day is going to 6 games, whether we like it or not. So, Ezreal ended up doing more damage than the Vladimir. I'm actually a little surprised by that, but I guess when you two-shot a Nautilus, maybe it shouldn't be that surprising.
Well, we'll see what Game 3 draft has in store for us, because, actually, let me just check right now.
Yeah, just check the script and let us know. That was, it's definitely something very exciting. But, yeah, I mean, it's a good point. It's like the game goes from 55-45 to, like, 70-30 immediately. So, it's definitely a big swing. But either way, more swings after the break.